Hey everybody, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer and welcome to a new playthrough video. Today I'm playing Marvel United. I have been painting up more heroes, more villains, and I play this game mostly with my son. He likes the Marvel stuff, and I do too. And we play it, two heroes, but when you play it solo, you take three heroes, and it plays a little differently, but it is still very fun, and I just... For a little 30-minute game, it's got some strategy, a little bit of luck, and some planning and things like that. So, Taskmaster only comes with 4 health for a 3-player game, so he's not got a lot of health, but he's got a lot of issues. If you remember the rules, if you haven't watched any of my previous playthroughs, you might want to, because I go over the rules a little better in some of the earlier videos. I've already shuffled his deck here. He has 12 cards in his villain deck. Remember, I can lose this game if there's no more cards to draw from the villain deck. So basically you get 12 rounds. Other ways that you can lose are not part of this particular bad guy. Some of the bad guys have a threat track where if it reaches 20, your game ends. So really the only way I can lose here is if I'm knocked out, which means I have no cards in my hand. Lose enough cards that he knocks my heroes out, or this runs out. But 4 health doesn't sound like a lot, but he is going to place these crisis tokens on various locations, and I can't do any damage to him if there are any crisis locations on any locations. Any. So I've never played Taskmaster. I've heard he can be tricky, so we shall see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and roll his starting position. He's going to start at 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That means my heroes always start on the opposite side. Now today Avengers Tower is kind of empty, and it's Hawkeye and Black Widow, and Thor arrived. So they decide to invite Thor to the party. They're going to go up against Taskmaster, and we're going to see what we can do. I've already shuffled the 3 hero decks. Again, their decks consist of 12 cards. So I've got a collection here of 36 cards, and you draw, your initial hand is 5, and then you draw 1 at the start of each hero's turn. But remember, if you ever have 0 cards in your hand, you lose. So let's see, yep, draw 5 cards, just double checking. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no Thor, ugh, okay. Now, the way this game plays, if you haven't watched any of the previous videos, I'll tell you this much. When your heroes play, they have a certain number of actions that are at the bottom of their card. The next hero that plays gets to play their actions plus the previous cards. So there's a little bit of planning here to try to stack the things you need to do, like move or attack or rescue a civilian. The other thing is Taskmaster has no minions. No bad guys to fight. He's just got a bunch of threats that I need to clear. And remember, I need to rescue 9 civilians, 9 thugs, and 4 threats. I need to clear 2 of these cards to be able to do damage to him. Once one of them is cleared, instead of 3 heroes played and then a villain card, it'll be 2 hero cards played and then the villain. So it goes faster and faster. But with this game, the villain always starts a turn. So what you do is you add a master story plan card to the storyline. He's going to move 4, and you always move clockwise. 2, 3, 4. So he is over here. He's going to do his BAM ability. It says deal 1 damage to each hero in Taskmaster location and add 1 crisis token. So he's gone ahead and added a crisis token here, which is not good. Then it's going to show he's going to place 1 thug at his location, and there is 1 spot left out of the 4. His overflow says that if you have to place a civilian or a thug at a location and you can't, you add a crisis token to that location. So he's going to add 1 thug to the left and the right. So 1 here and 1 there, or clockwise, counterclockwise. And then finally, to clear a crisis token off of the board, it takes heroes can discard a crisis token with no. First off, you can't have any civilians or thugs there, and it takes a star or a punch to remove a threat. Heroes can discard from a location with no thugs or but yeah, that's it. So, the good news is it's my turn now, and I can play 3 cards. Now, the first hero you play has no previous hero cards to draw on. So, I'm just looking at what I've got. I've got a lot of stars, which will allow me to clear a threat, which is really, really good. I'm going to play Hawkeye. He's got 2 stars. It says each civilian in this location requires 1 extra star to be rescued. Okay. I'm going to clear this so that doesn't take... So I put 2 stars on here. 1, 2. And then my next card, I'm going to play Black Widow with 2 stars. Now, the first star she places clears this event, which is excellent. And that goes away, and I get a marker on clear a threat. If I can clear 4 threats, I will clear this card. Now, it says, now she's got 1 more star, and with that star, she can rescue this civilian, and her turn is done. Now, it says at the end of the turn, you may discard 1 card from your hand. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to draw a card for him and a card for her. So it says you may discard 1 card from your hand to the bottom of your deck to remove a crisis token from anywhere. That's really not a bad one. That's not bad. But you know what? I've got a lot of wilds here, and you really don't want to get rid of those. At the beginning of until the beginning of your next turn, any damage you would take can be redirected to enemies. Ooh, that's a good one. But you know what? That's not going to help me right now because there are no enemies to be punching on me. I'm going to take advantage of this. I'm going to put this at the bottom of the deck, and I'm going to remove that crisis token. And that is Black Widow's turn. I have 1 more card to play. I have 4 in my hand because remember I discarded 1, so there's 4 left. I'm gonna take a new turn. I draw a card, and I have a Thor card. Thor can move and star. Now, if he moves here, it says heroes using a move must use 2 moves to leave this location, and this card is duplicated here. Heroes using a move must use 2 moves to leave here. So, Thor could move here and clear that civilian, and he'll get 2 stars from Black Widow, which will put 2 more on here. I'm going to play Thor. I'm going to move him here. I'm going to take her 2 stars and his star, and I'm going to clear this. And that means I get another threat cleared. And this says, at the end of your turn, you may search your deck for 1 card and set it aside. Then shuffle your deck and place that card on top. Well, yeah, let's do that. You may search your deck for 1 card. Let's get some. The wilds are very, very. Also, the double punches are always good. Here we go. I'm going to take this Black Widow card, shuffle your deck, and place that card on top. Okay, that's fine. But at least I know Black Widow is going to get a double punch or a wild, a double wild, and she may be able to get rid of those thugs there. We'll see. All right. So when your turn ends, this card goes back on top. When your turn ends, you take the 3 cards and you put them on top of Taskmaster. That part of the storyline is done, and then you draw a new villain card. All right, Taskmaster is going to move 3. 1, 2, 3. He is going to put a civilian on 3 locations. 1, 2, 3. And that is his turn. He is done. All right, my turn. 4 cards in my hand. I'll draw the Black Widow. Okay. Black Widow gets the previous one, which was a move and a star. She can punch the 2 villains, use the move to go here, and a star to rescue. I think that's going to be a good one. Let's place that here. So she gets the move. She gets a star, which I'm going to put here. And, oh, you know what? I better rescue a civilian because this is full and we don't want an overflow. So she rescues a civilian, and then she gets 2 wild. With these 2 wild, she'll punch these 2 thugs. And her turn is done. Draw a card. Hawkeye has 2 punches and 2 wilds. With these 2 punches, he will punch these 2 thugs. And he has 2 wild, which means he could move. But whoever's going to get next is going to get that's not good. The 2 punches. Well, it says punches can be used to remove. They can only be used to remove a threat. That one may not have been the best card to play. But anyway, what he's going to do is he is going to use the 2 wild to go move and rest. And no, those aren't. He did his 2 punches. Now he's got 2 wild, so he moves and he'll free this civilian, and his turn is done. All right, draw another card. Black Widow has a punch and a move. Hawkeye has 2 wild and 2 punch. Those aren't going to help him. I don't have anything for Thor. It takes 2 move to leave this location. So I got to get rid of these stars. So let's do this. I will play Hawkeye again. With 2 wild, I will place 2 stars here. And unfortunately, with these punches, I won't be able to do anything. It's sort of a waste, but I want to get this off. So he is done. That is the end of the turn. These come up here and go up to the top, and we draw another card. Now, this is the 3rd out of 12, so I'm running out of time to clear these cards so I can start damaging him. Taskmaster will not move. 0. Dark Schemes. If there are no heroes in his location, place a crisis token there. All right, we got a crisis token. My turn. Draw a card. Now, from the last time I played, I got 2 wild. Now, I'm going to clear this with 1 of the wild, which will allow you to move off. And maybe I want Black Widow can move and punch here, because we're getting pretty close to clearing the thugs. Let's do that. I'm going to play Black Widow. She has 2 wild from the previous. She'll place 1 wild here, which clears this. And I have a 3rd out of 4 threats cleared. I don't want to clear these too fast, because once I clear 1, he's going to go down to 2 cards, 2 hero cards, and then he plays his card. But with her 2 wilds, and she's still got a move left. I'm sorry, she has 1 wild, a punch, and a move. She will move. She will punch. And with her final wild, she will place a star here. Now it says each civilian here requires 1 extra star to be rescued. So I'm glad I read that, because she will not be able to rescue until this card is really gone. I did not draw a card, by the way, so I should always have 4 in my hand. That is the end of her turn. She did a 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, she's good. All right, now whoever I play next, which is going to be, I got a Thor card. Thor has 2 stars. This is good. The problem is, well, he could get here, and he could get rid of this threat with the punch. I'm going to play Thor. Thor is going to use Black Widow's move to move here. He is going to punch to remove the... Oh, you can't. Heroes can discard a crisis token only when there are no... Okay, I forgot about that. I think I did it right here, but even then, I still cleared it. So he'll use the 2 stars to remove these 2 civilians. So he moved, and he's got a punch. The punch, each thug requires 2 damage. So that's a waste, because he needs 2 to punch it, and he cannot. And he can't punch Taskmaster, because we haven't cleared 2 of these cards yet. So let's keep going. That's the 3rd card we draw. Now, if I play the Thor, he'll get 3 stars, so he could clear this. Let's do it. Oh, you know what? No, because that will clear this, which will reduce me to 2. I need to get more thugs defeated. So let's see what Black Widow can do. She's got... she's got 2 stars. So if I play a Black Widow card, she can clear this, but I don't want to clear it just yet. This is not good. So maybe I need to move. Do I have a move? Hawkeye has a move, and he would get 2 stars, which will allow him to get rid of this. This turn you can treat each symbol on the storyline as 2 punches. Oh, each symbol has 2 punches. Oh, wow, he could do a lot of damage if he could get over there. But he can't. He's got no one to punch, nowhere to be. Let's do... Well, we're going to have to do Thor. All right, so Thor has 3 stars. He will clear this, which means this card gets cleared. And we now, these shift over. And now the villain will act after every 2 cards I play. But I needed to do it because, well, let's finish it off. He did these. He's got a move token, and it says you may gain 1 move. So I will do, oh, it's not the end of his turn yet. With this move, I will move here. And he didn't end his turn here, so he doesn't get that double move. And that is it for Thor's... Hold on. Why do I have 5 cards in my hand? I should only have 4. I must have drawn a net. I drew 1. 2, 3, 4, 5. I just won't draw 1 on the next turn. I should only have 4 cards in my hand. All right, that is the end of my turn. Put these up here. Actually, they go right here. Left to right is how I read it. All right, it is now Taskmaster. He will move 1. Boom. He does his BAM. There are no no heroes here, but he does add a crisis token there. And he will place a thug at the 3 locations. His and the counterclockwise and clockwise. All right. There, and here. All right. His turn is done. Now, I've got to be careful. I've got 5 in my hand, so I won't draw this turn. So I can't play a Thor card, but I do get, from Thor's previous turn, I get a move and a star. So if Widow does this, she could clear this, which will allow me to work on the civilians. But let's see. But if I also play a Hawkeye card, Hawkeye, they've got what? Look at the top card of your master plan deck. You may place it on the bottom. That's not bad, but it's a punch, and a punch isn't going to help me. So let's do this. If I can get Hawkeye to move, he'll get a move, a star, and a move. So I'm going to play a Hawkeye. He will move. He gets a star and a move. So he'll place a star here. And he gets another move. And I will move him here to help Thor. All right. That is it for Hawkeye's turn. I draw a card. All right, good. Now we can possibly... Thor will get a move and 2 punches, which will get rid of those. All right, so let's play Thor. He will move, and he will do 2 punches, which gets rid of these thugs. So we're almost cleared this card. We need 2 more thugs defeated, and we'll clear that card, and we just start beating up on Taskmaster. So he moved, and he did 2 punches, and it's the end of his turn, so it says he may gain a move. You may gain a move. Now, anybody can use, any of my heroes can use this. These are treated as wild, so I can use it. But he's also got a crisis. Remember, I can't hurt Taskmaster as long as there are crisis tokens. Okay, so that is the end of my turn. 4 cards down. Let's do another Taskmaster. He will not move, and he does a BAM ability, which puts another threat here. And that is his turn. I draw a card. Thor has 3 punches against a single enemy in your location. That would be great to time if I can punch him. If I could clear one of these, he can move, but he can't hurt him because there's crisis tokens out. So I'm going to hold that. This is going to be a great card to keep. I will hold on to that one. Black Widow needs to clear this. She gets 2 punches and 2 punches. I need her to move. Here's a wild. And oh, I have a free move. So I can move her here after I play a wild, and she'll get 2 punches, which will defeat this one. Okay, I'm going to play Black Widow. I'm going to hold this wild. She has a wild. I will place the 3rd star here, which clears this. So now I can rescue civilians, but it may not matter. She gets 2 punches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this move token to move her here. And this says each thug takes 2 damage to defeat. So I will use the 2 from Thor's previous card to defeat this one. And I need 1 more to be able to start hurting on him. And that is her turn. Now I draw a card. I got another one of Thor's 3 punches against any... Okay, that's awesome. But I got to clear those. All right, where's the threat? He's got a threat token. So he could, if I play him, he could use this to clear this. He gets a move, which could go up there. And then he could clear the final... Yeah. Thor. So he'll use the wild to clear this. All right, done. Then he'll use the move to move here. And he gets 3 punches against a single enemy. Well, I'll punch the final thug, which gets rid of this card. Shifts this down, and now Taskmaster can be whooped on, but only once I get those 2 those 2 off. And that is it. So that one goes away. We reveal another card. Taskmaster will move 1, so he moves away. He does his BAM, which puts a crisis here, and he places a civilian at the 3 different locations. 1, 2, 3. Now remember, I can't clear these until this is cleared, so that's not good. And it is my turn. Thor has 2 wild. Okay. So I need to spread my heroes out because I need to be able to clear these crisis tokens as he starts dropping them. Now with Thor's going to get a move. He can move. He gets 2 wild. He could punch and clear this, or he could clear 2 civilians. He may need to stay to get rid of these because I think that's what I got to do. I'm going to play Thor. He gets a move and 2 wild. So with the 2 wild, he'll get rid of these. And the move. You don't have to use it. I don't think I'm going to move. So his turn is done. It says at the end of the turn, you may search your deck for 1 card, set it aside, shuffle your deck, and place it. So what I need is a punchy for Thor. One with a lot of hits. There it is. That's the one I want. 2 punches. That will help me get rid of those 2. And I'll draw that on my next turn. Alright, so that goes on top. It's my turn. I have 4 in my hand, so I draw it. Alright, there we go. So Thor gets 2. Now I play again. He gets 2 wild. He will rescue a civilian. And now with 3 punches, he'll get rid of 1, 2. And he's still got a wild. I'm going to move here. Maybe I don't. Yeah, we need to move there because I'm going to need to hurt him. If he doesn't move this turn, it'll be good. All right, that is my turn. Taskmaster moves 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now he's back where he started. He will... Oh, come on, man. He places 2, 2, and 2. All right, this is bad. 2, 1. He places a thug and a civilian at each location. At this one, and the one that Thor's at. Now the one Thor's at, there's only one. There's 2 spaces, so no overflow. which is good. And that's all he does. All right, we might be able to do this. I draw a card. So Thor cannot get rid of this threat until he gets rid of all of these guys. But he starts with 2 punches. So he can knock out both of them. I need to attack Taskmaster. I don't have any wilds. This turn treats some of the storylines. So he can move. Man, this is what the tricky part is. Taskmaster keeps moving. All right, here Thor would get 2 moves. Oh, here we go. All right, so Thor can move. He gets 3 punches against a single enemy, and then he gets the 2 from the previous one. He moves. Oh, he can't. Hold on. Heroes cannot. There are no on any location. He can't punch him because of that right there. All right, hold on. So here's what we'll do. I can't get rid of this because I got to get rid of these guys. Oh, this is not good. I didn't draw a card either. I'm supposed to have 5. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I did draw it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. If he plays this, he can't hit Taskmaster because I need to save that card. So I need to get to him. I don't have enough moves. I can play Hawkeye to move him here. And he gets 2 punches, so he'll remove a thug. And that's all he can do. His turn is over. You gain a move token. All right. Now, this could be it. So Black Widow, I have 2 moves, which this is a wild, and she has a move token. So she can get there, and if she could do a punch, she can't. She can't hurt him because of this. I need to use that Thor card. It's unfortunate. All right, I will play Thor. Thor gets a wild and 3 punches against a single enemy. Well, he'll take out this one, and he'll take out this one. And he's got a move and a move. I don't want to move yet because I need to get rid of this. So he will be done. I'm supposed to have 5 cards. I didn't draw another card. All right, that is the end of the turn. This is getting tight. All right, he's going to move 2. Taskmaster will move 2. 1, 2. He will do a BAM, which puts a crisis here. And then he places a thug at each of the locations. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, Widow's got to get up there. I draw a card. Widow needs to clear that one. And Thor needs to clear that one. So who went last? Thor went last with 3 punches and a move. So I can't. I will play Black Widow's. Here we go. I'm going to play Black Widow. She has a fight, a move, and another move. So she will move twice, which loses that. And she has a punch. She will punch the thug. And so she moved, she punched, and that's all she can do. I draw a card. All right, we got another Black Widow card. She will get 2 punches. I'm going to play it. She's got 2 punches, and it says, look at the top card of your master plan, and you can place it on bottom. I'm going to leave that one. He has 0, and he's not going to do a BAM, so I'm going to leave it. I could have done that with this card, and I would have still kept it there, so that's okay. I want him to stay there. So she's got 2 fight. She cannot clear this civilian off. That was not a smart move. But she can't clear this. But we know what the next card is. So that's all I can do. These go away.
Check out the new RPG and Wargame newsletter. Each week the Tabletop Engineer shares news, products, Kickstarters, and much more related to the gaming hobby. It's free to subscribe, so check out the link in the video description below to sign up.
I've got 4 cards in my hand, yep. So we play a card of his, which I know is 0. So he will not move, he will not do a BAM. And it says Copycat. Add a thug to his location for each fight at the bottom of the last 2 hero card storylines. The last 2 were Thor and Hawkeye, and there was a move and a wild, so not a fight. You don't have to apply the wild as a fight. I'm sorry. Hold on. Yes, there were. The last 2 cards were Black Widow. For each, there were 2. So add 1 for each one at the bottom of the last 2. So 2 thugs will go on here. All right, thug and a thug. All right, we've got to get him. We've got 2 crisis out. We got to get rid of those before we can do anything. Excellent. Not really. Not really. It's just, golly. Okay. If I play this one, she's going to get 3 fight. She can knock the thugs off, but she can't get rid of this one, which means she can't clear this. And I don't have a card for Thor to act, so I need to get... Treat each symbol on the storyline as a punch. I'm going to send Hawkeye. He's got to move. He'll go here. It says, this turn you can treat each symbol on the storyline as a punch, as a double punch. Well, he's got enough punches that he can get rid of this. And the only reason I'm doing that is to put out this move. So maybe Thor can get there and we'll see what happens. Alright, so he punched, he moved, he is done. At the end of your turn, you may search your deck for 1 card and set it aside. I'm going to do that. I need a Thor card. A wild. Well, I think I'm going to put this Thor card on top. It's going to be a wild, but I need a wild just so I have choices. Okay. That goes on top, but it's now my turn. I draw a card, so I've got Thor's wild. The last card I played was a punch. Thor can use that to get rid of this. I need to rescue 2 civilians. I am not getting any stars to rescue. Okay, if Thor moves, he would get a punch. He would get a move and a punch. That's it. Black Widow gets 2 punches, which would get rid of both of them. Let's play Black Widow. She gets 2 punches. Boom, boom. And it says... and a move. She could move, but I don't want her to move. I need to clear this. And I need to clear that. So let's swap. I'm going to have her move here and get Thor moving. And that is the end of that. Now, at the end of the turn, it says you may discard 1 from your hand to remove 1 crisis. Oh, yeah, I forgot to do that. I can remove 1 crisis from anywhere. I'll remove this one. So, rather than do the move, she will stay there, right? Isn't that how it worked? Punch, punch. Got rid of those, and then I did the move. So the punch, still got rid of them, but she got rid of the crisis token. That's okay. All right, so that will be her turn. And then it says you can discard a thug from any location. Well, I'll get rid of this one. And her turn is done. I got 1 more card to play. I draw a card. Here we go. Thor. Thor is going to get 3 punches and a punch. Or a wild. Or I can get... if I can get Hawkeye to have a move, which he does not have. But he could rescue a civilian. Let's do it. I'm going to play Hawkeye. He's going to get a star to rescue this civilian. I'm going to try to clear this off. And then he gets 2 punches, which don't do anything, but I can't really do much about that. And that is the end of the turn. We are almost out of cards. Taskmaster, move 0. Excellent. Add a civilian for each star at the bottom of the last 2. There's 1 star, so 1 civilian will get put on here. There's only 1 threat. I got to get rid of it so I can go beat him up. I draw a card. You may discard... okay, at the end of her turn, she could get rid of... hold on. You may discard 1 card from your hand at the bottom of the deck to remove 1 crisis from anywhere. I think I'm going to do that on my next turn. So Thor needs to go. Thor will play a punch. He gets a star and a punch. Star will rescue, and a punch will get rid of this. Then I draw another card. It's the end of his turn. He can discard a card from your hand. I will get rid of Hawkeye's punch. And I can get rid of this crisis. And now he can be hurt. And I've got 3 cards in my hand, which is correct because I've discarded 2. And it is now my turn. I draw Black Widow. She can hurt him if I can. I've got a punch. I've got 1 punch. But does anybody else? She's the only one there. But she gets 2 punches because she gets Thor's last card. So she gets 2 punches, which I will punch Taskmaster for 2 damage. He's got 2 health left. And she is unfortunately done. And it says you may discard a thug from any location. There are no more thugs. So this goes away. And I think we've got 2 cards. We got 2 cards left. He will move twice. 1, 2. He does a bam, which puts a crisis here. And he puts a thug, a civilian at each location. Civilian, civilian, civilian. I can't clear... Yeah, I can. Thor can get rid of this. If she can get down there and hurt him, somebody's got to punch him. We will draw a card. All right. On the last card I played, it was a punch. I need to get her to Taskmaster, which needs 2 moves. Unfortunately, I don't have 2. Now, Hawkeye, I have a star and a move, and I will also get another star, which I could use a punch, which won't help. I need Thor to go so that I can remove this crisis. So Thor will go. He gets a wild. He'll remove this last civilian. He gets a punch. Well, no punch, but it's the end of his turn. You may discard a crisis. I will get rid of this one. But I have to discard a card in my hand. I'll get rid of Hawkeye. So I'm down to 2 cards. It is my turn. I draw a card. I've got Thor. I need 2 moves and a punch. There we go. Hold on. I need Black Widow. All right, here we go. Black Widow has a move, a wild, and a star. So I'll go move. I'll treat the wild as a move and the star to get rid of this. This card is cleared. Now I automatically draw 3 cards. Each hero draws a card. So I go 1, 2, 3. I haven't cleared this card, but I do have more cards in my hand, and that is that. Here we go. If I don't defeat him this round, he wins. That was the last. I've got the last of his cards. He will not move. If there are no heroes in his location, place a crisis. There is a hero there. Okay. My last card played was a move and a star. I'm going to lose. Well, I get to draw a card. Hold on. Hawkeye has a move. All right, so I have a move, a star, a move, and a punch. I can do this. I'll play Hawkeye. I inherit Black Widow's previous 2 moves, so I go move, move. Those are gone. I have a star and a punch. I will punch him for 1. Draw a card. And as long as I've got a Black Widow... and I can play another Hawkeye card, which has the 3rd and final punch, which defeats Taskmaster. Let me tell you, that is probably the closest I've come to ever losing a game. I've never run out of the threat cards, and I went down to the last one. That was cool. Now I understand why Taskmaster is so tricky. He doesn't stay in one place very often. He drops those crisis tokens. Remember, you can't clear the crisis if you've got thugs or civilians on there, and you can't do damage to him if there are any of the crisis tokens on the board. So that is, I like him. I bet you it's going to be, I bet you playing this at a harder level at one of the advanced card levels where you get rid of a wild or 2 wilds from your deck, I bet you he's very, very difficult. But that was fun. I give that one a 5-star. All right, this is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer. Thanks for joining me for this game of Marvel United. If you like it and are interested, I'll put some information in the video description below about where you can get the game. It's just fun. It's a fun little 30-40 minute game, and it keeps you on your toes, as you can tell. All right, that's all I got. I'll be back in a week with another Marvel United playthrough. Until then, everybody, take care.